apparent racism. Let me take you to Missouri. A Missouri Waterpark decided to turn away a black family and had no justification on record. Here's the video.
We had a very much
cancel on a kid's birthday party, a private party, because of
you're not comfortable.
Because you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable with?
Because we're black.
Outreach.
Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black.
What makes you uncomfortable? I can respect you.
I got a lot of background to this story. So according to the report, the kids actually saved their money. They paid for this. It was prepaid. The individual who decided not to allow them to enjoy the festivities that they paid for simply felt uncomfortable with all of these black people, obviously. Let me give you background. Let's put up a picture of the family, all right? They never should have experienced this. Justice should be served quickly here. I was just in disbelief that this was happening, LaShawn Evans said of what was supposed to be her son's 15-year-old Noah and 17-year-old Isaiah Evans pool party. I was hoping to have fun with my friends before we start school again to end the summer. This was their money, said Chris Evans, the father. The teens claim they reserved a full facility rental and paid a month in advance with their own money. The Waterpark's supposed reason for the refusal is this. Lee's Summit officials on Monday defended canceling a black teenager's birthday party over the weekend, saying about 500 teens, about twice the number planned, showed up at the Summit Waves aquatic facility. The contract to rent out the Summit Waves was for 250 people. But Chris Evans said the family had rented extra security and planned to limit the number of people allowed inside the 250. After 250, nobody could get in, a simple enforcement of the rules. Chris Evans said, we didn't have keys to the door to just come in and do what we wanted. The park officers' capacity to accommodate more than 250 guests. Let me get into that. Among its rental options, now check this out. The Aquatic Center offers after-hour party rentals of its entire facility for various size groups. A small group for 100 or less guests, medium groups 100 to 250, large groups 251 to 1,400 guests. So the facility can hold capacity 1,400 according to the website. So when they say, oh my goodness, we have a problem with so many black people at one time, well, your facility can hold triple that. There's more. Let's put up the mayor here, okay? So Lee Summit Mayor, his name is William Byard, urged the city and the city parks and recreation to reevaluate their approach and saying an investigation is currently underway. The city is promising also a full refund. Now, there was an update to this story, but before I get to that update, let me remind everyone, first of all, there's a protocol established. If you say, okay, 250 individuals, that's your cutoff, you don't simply stop individuals from engaging, you make sure that the cutoff is enforced. And if you're not going to be a jerk about it, if you have the room, well, you accommodate. That's what you do. You accommodate in situations like this. We're talking about children who saved their money, who made the responsible decision to engage in a controlled environment and have a pool party with friends and family members. These are good kids. And the employee only cited how uncomfortable she was with them. Adrienne, there seems to be an update to this story. What are your thoughts about this? And can you provide any additional updates to it?
Yes, so it is my understanding that the parents of the children who were renting that out, that they have held a press conference today, and that it's highly likely that there will be, essentially, that they will be pursuing their legal remedies and rights available, because they absolutely should. As you noted, the woman said that her only concern was feeling uncomfortable. How often have we heard that from individuals? What it says to me is that you're an other, that there is something about your very existence that I am not comfortable with because you are not like me. And in this situation, you cannot tell me it wasn't race. Without a doubt, the fact is that my opinion is that she saw a bunch of Black people and she said, no, can't have this. Those people don't look like me. They are different. I don't want them here. And it's just so incredibly unfortunate and upsetting, especially in light of the history of white people excluding Black people from pools and from establishments. And it just really shows you that that legacy of racism, the things that went on during Jim Crow, are still going on today.
There were so many ways to handle this as a professional. There were so many ways to engage this family as a consumer, a customer, someone who patronizes that particular park, that particular pool. But instead, they decided to take a very adversarial approach, and now there's an investigation, and the mayor has expressed negative sentiment about what happened.